Time for another Q&A with the J-Man. And here we go. Our first question comes from my buddy Grim. He wrote to me, if you worked at Toys R Us, would you hog all the new Debbie figures for yourself and friends or put them on the shelf? I would put them on the shelf. I assume you get in trouble for that. None of my friends I'm close to collect wrestling figures, so I just put them on the shelf, wait, and if they're still there, pick them up. The next question comes from Jick Crispy, one of many questions from Jick Crispy. He writes, have you done pranks in your life, and how did you find out that Graham uses iMovie? Good question. Nothing extravagant. I mean, the easiest prank I do is to my own mom. Like, if I got at work, I tap on the window on the car, and also, she has that reaction. Like, also in the house where I'll be waiting for the bathroom, she comes out, It's the easiest prank in the world. No real effort is needed. And as for how I found Grim uses iMovie, well, I used to use Windows Movie Maker, which is a pain in the ass. I knew Apple had iMovie. I just thought you had to use like a Mac or something. But when I found you could do it on an iPad, I found it, and then I looked at it like, wait a minute, this looks familiar. And that's when I put two and two together, that Graham uses iMovie. It's a lot easier to use. I could do a video within, I don't know, a few hours rather than a few days or weeks. Okay, and the next question from Jick Crispy. What's your pet peeves? Will your sister be a guest on your show, and will you do store hunts like Grim? Well, pet peeves I'll get to in a minute. If I could, I'll have her on my show. I just gotta think of a topic. I would just have to talk to her about it. Will I do store hunts like Grim? No. I don't go to many stores. I just go to a couple. That's it. I'd rather put more time into doing videos like you see on my channel. Grim is like the king of toy hunts. I can never be like that. And as for pet peeves, I actually did a list of a few of them. Here we go. People who don't wash their hands after using the restroom. Guys who wear a belt with suspenders. What's the point? Here's one a lot of us guys can relate to. Women who wear sexy and or provocative clothing that get at you when you stare. Or let's see. You're practically naked. You don't think anyone's gonna go, what? People who criticize me or whoever else for watching WWE. A lot of us can relate to this one. Oh, you're watching wrestling, huh? That's fake. You're watching fake stuff. Says the person who watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So before you criticize me for my taste in TV, look in the mirror yourself. To those people. Number 5, scalpers, for the obvious reasons. The question I get asked quite a bit about is the girlfriend question. They're like, hey Jay, why don't you have a girlfriend, huh? Why do you have a girlfriend? I don't know, why are you still fucking married? I hate when people ask me that question. I just want to punch them in the face. You know shows like Hardcore Pawn and Pawn Stars? And every time I tell people, hey, I watch a show called Pawn Stars, and they're like, you watch porn? Or, hardcore porn? I want to just punch those people. I knew you were going to say that joke. It's so fucking stupid. Shut up with that. God damn, I hate those people. Fuck you to those people. Another question from Jick Crispy. Have you had any opportunity, which WWE superstar would you kick in the balls, and which diva, past or present, would you date? If I could reach that high, probably the Great Khali. Which diva, past or present, would you date? I would have to go present. I would say my current favorite diva, Paige. Oh, here's a question from your boy, Bork Laser. Who knew he had a Twitter? Hey boy, I reckon I got a question. How many figures do you have of your boy, Bork Laser? Well, thanks, Bork. Didn't know you were a real person. Let's see. I have the WrestleMania 30 Brock Lesnar. I have the flashback Brock Lesnar that comes with the Undisputed title. And I have the Best of Pay-Per-View 2013 Build Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar. Oh, did you answer your question, boy? E boy, I reckon I got another question. You get legit horny when them there divas are on? Because I reckon I do. I think I probably get a little bit more when I see them in person. Okay, now, Brock Lesnar apparently is asking me something. Not the real Brock Lesnar. Top 3 matches of all time. Number 3 would be Taker versus HBK at WrestleMania 25. Number 2, CM Punk versus Taker at WrestleMania 29. And Taker versus Mankind, King of the Ring 98. And the final question from J.M. Radley. Who is your favorite WWF champion in the Attitude Era? I would have to say Stone Cold. Who better than the guy who helped bring in the Attitude Era than Stone Cold Steve Austin? Especially when he had that belt. He had that smoking skull belt. That was pretty cool. Alright, I guess that's it for the Q&A. Hopefully I'll do more soon. Until then, ask the J-Man. Yeah.